Okay, so we're supposed to be live. I'm trying to remember how this all works. Dude.
Okay, that's fine.
Can you hear me now? We're having some technical problems. I don't know if anybody else can hear me. I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember how to see this through YouTube to see if anyone is on. If you can hear me out there, I'm typing to. Okay, Doug is on. Doug, can you hear me? Doug can hear me. Doug can hear me. So Ed is without internet. He's got his cell phone with, the I can't remember what that's called for some reason. His phone service is what he's trying to do this through. And they're dealing with the fallout of the hurricane and all that crap. And so their internet's out and he doesn't know how long it's going to be out. And if he can't hear me, or if we're going to have issues, I told him through the private chat that I would much rather cancel and do this another day rather than try to limp through a show. So we'll see what happens here. He's moving around, he's trying different areas. You can see him right now looking into the camera. He's trying to hook his phone up and get everything going, but we'll see what happens. Doug, how you doing?
Well, if anybody can hear me, this is me messing with my fiber to see if I can get it to come back on.
Stupid technology. So Doug can hear both of us, but Ed cannot hear me. So yeah. I'm trying to remember. I don't think we must never have had YouTube up at the same time. This is all starting to look a bit more familiar as far as if we can see how many people are watching and see the comments and whatnot over here. So that's all happening through StreamYard. So that's working. One of the things that I was going to mention when we started recording is that the last time we did a live show like this was the end of July 2023. So over a year since we've done a live show. Haven't had an episode out since September 18th of 2023. And that was kind of a cobbled together episode when we had tried to record one night and it didn't work. I can't remember why. One of us didn't, maybe I didn't read what we were supposed to read. I don't remember, but we ended up talking for a while and recorded that. And that was the last episode we put out. It's called The Lost Episode. So I don't know that we've had an official episode out since, let's see, episode number 65, which was Superman number 8, part 4. That was September 4th. So it's been over a year since we've had an episode out, and it's been even longer since we've done a live show, but I'm going to tell Ed not to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Dude, acts of nature, acts of God and stuff we can't control. That's what I'm telling him in the private chat. But we can totally do this another day. We've waited over a year. We can wait another week. See what he says. This must be exciting television for you, Doug. Do you like my background? That's pretty cool, right? It's my Superman background. See, the funny thing is that usually when it comes to internet being out and shit not working, that's usually my end because I'm fairly low rent. But boop, boop, boop. I wonder. Well, thank you, Doug. Boop, boop, doo 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 doo. I'm gonna mess with the layout. Bump, 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 bump. That's fun. That's fun stuff. All right, Ed's out. He's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So he's he's gone. Looks like we have a second person that's joined us. We're having technical difficulties. Ed, his internet is out due to all the bullshit that's happening with the hurricane. He's over near a coast or on a coast, and 1,000 miles to my right, as we say, and 1,000 miles that way, and so we are not. I'm in Kansas, Doug, and we're fairly lucky when it comes to hurricanes. We tend to avoid those being in Kansas. Of course, we got tornadoes and shit like that, but it's been nice and cool for the last week. It's been in the mid 60s, and I have to assume that the hurricane probably has something to do with that. I don't know, because it's going to be up in the 80s, mid 80s today. So I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, we're Doug, I'll let you in on some secret info here, because I'm probably not going to save this as an actual video that goes up on the website. But for anybody joining us, Ed's having what in the Missouri? That's insane. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, it's not right. It's not nice to mess with Mother Nature. She wants to smack you down. She's going to find you. But yeah, Ed can't get on the internet. Hurricane issues. He's fine. He's safe. I don't think anything detrimental. His house looked fine. He was on through his phone for a bit, but he couldn't hear me. So yeah, so we're just not going to do it today. We'll try to reschedule for next week. It sounds like Ed is usually available around this time on Saturdays, and so am I. But yeah, I had some time free up. We stopped doing the Superman Super Show for a while because I didn't have any time. I had no time on my hands. But now I've got of my 3 grown children, one has moved out, one is 3 hours away going to college, and the other one works 40 hours a week. And so I've got a little extra time on my hands, and I reached out to Ed and said, hey, you want to bring back the Superman Super Show? And he was like, hells yes. I don't think he said it like that, but he seemed pretty excited about it. We're both pretty excited about it. So we're definitely coming back. We probably won't release episodes weekly. The plan that I have floated toward him is for us to get together to do live streaming episode recordings at minimum once a month, but probably every 2 weeks. And we will do 2 episodes each time we get together. We'll record 2 episodes, and then we'll release episodes once every 2 weeks. That way, we will always have a back catalog of episodes in the can, in case either of us needs to take a break for whatever reason. I figure if we can record 4 episodes a month, but only release 2 episodes a month, it's not going to take long before we have a crap ton of episodes ready to go. That way, if either of us need to take a break, we can, and the episodes will keep flowing. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Again, Doug, I think it's just you right now because my StreamYard says there's one person viewing, which over here, which is you, Doug. But I believe StreamYard is not always as the word escapes me. Sometimes it'll say 1 and there are 5 people watching. So here, I got a question for you, Doug. As I'm looking at myself talking into the microphone, looking at the camera, my video that's showing on my screen is kind of slow. Is that what you're experiencing? Am I flowing naturally video wise, visually, or am I herky jerky like I'm seeing? Because I got a new old computer which allows me faster internet speeds, because I was doing this across on a laptop, which just the internet speeds on that laptop sucked. I've got about 4 times the speed over the internet with this new old computer. So I was kind of hoping I would see something a little different when it came to this here video that I'm seeing. But yeah, maybe I'll go back and give it a watch and see what it looks like. But not a big. I like my background. I need to get a green screen so my face doesn't disappear into it. I keep seeing my beard just kind of disappear into that background. But Doug says there's definitely a lag, but it's not too bad. Well, that sucks. I'm always dealing with crap on my end, man. Always dealing with the crap. It's never good enough. It's never good enough for old Steve. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up then. I'm going to get back to, I've been trying to, now that we're coming back with the Superman Super Show, I'm trying to update the episodes a bit. For example, and this is something I planned on discussing with Ed if we would have been recording today, but I want to start separating chunks of episodes into seasons. And the reason I want to do that, it's purely a selfish thing on my end. And I don't know if it's a neurodivergent thing or not, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I listen to them on my iPhone, which means I listen through Apple Podcasts, which does separate shows into seasons. It's a really nice setup they have. If there's 6 seasons, for example, you click on the show and there's a little drop down. You choose whatever season you want to start with. And I've learned for myself that if I find a new podcast that I want to start listening to, if I really enjoy the show, there's a good chance that I'm going to want to start it from the beginning, regardless of how many episodes there are. There could be 500 episodes. I'm going to want to start it from the beginning. However, I've learned that if there are, over 100 or so episodes and that podcast does not separate their shows into seasons, then I don't know if you can see my phone here, but let's see. Let me just pull up here. I'll use just another fanboy as an example. So it's currently, I've currently got it filtered to show all seasons of Just Another Fanboy. So if it's showing me the most current episode at the top and I want to start at the beginning, I can resort it to show me the oldest episode on top. But eventually when I get to those episodes in the middle, I'm going to have to do a lot of scrolling to get to those episodes. And that's a pain in the ass. But if I can instead just go to the season and all I've got are those episodes, just listen to it at a season at a time. It feels easier, when you're dealing with 500 episodes separated into, I don't know, 50 seasons. It feels easier to listen to 500 episodes one season at a time. But so that's ultimately why I want to separate the Superman Super Show into seasons, because we're at 68 episodes at this point. And yeah, exactly. Here, that's what Doug says. Breaks them up into manageable chunks. Exactly. And so the only question I'm having right now, and I'm going to get Ed's input, is how to separate the Superman Super Show episodes into seasons. And I've got two options that I'm thinking about. I'm kind of rolling around inside my head. One would be to every episode separate it by the year in which the episode came out. So all the episodes from 2022 will be a season. All the episodes from 2023 will be a season, so on and so forth. But that's a lot of episodes, especially if we did an episode a week for a year. That's what, 52 episodes in a season, but still it's more manageable than 300 episodes. Anyway, the other option would be to separate them into seasons based on the year that the comic that we're talking about was published. So all the 1938 comics in season 1, 1939 season 2, 1940 season 3, blah 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 blah. Again, though, that's going to be a lot of episodes. So there's always the option of just saying, look, 10 episodes per season, boom. That's how they're going to be sorted, or 12 episodes, one episode per month maybe. I don't know. I'm now showing 2 people viewing, so I'm just going to say one more time here real quick before I sign off. We are not recording today. Ed had some internet problems, which it normally doesn't happen to Ed. If usually there's a technical issue, it's on my end because all my stuff is shit. So yeah, we're not going to record today. We're going to try to do it again next week. His internet went out based off of whatever is happening over there on that side of the country when it comes to the hurricanes. I haven't been following that too closely because they haven't really affected us here in Kansas, though. Doug, one of our viewers here, says that the hurricane was going into Missouri. So that's Missouri's not too far from me. So yeah, but yeah, that's where we're at. We're not recording any episodes today. Hopefully we'll do it around this time next week, and we'll get started with some new episodes of the Superman Super Show. I am very excited to get that started. Ed's very excited to get that started. He didn't look too happy that he was not able to record today, and I hope he knows that it's not a big deal. It's been since July of last year. That was the last time we did a live stream show, and it's been since the beginning of September last year that we released an episode. So I told him we've waited a year. We've waited more than a year. We can wait another week. And I think all y'all are in the same boat, So he was trying to cobble something together, and I don't want to limp through an episode. I want to put out something good for you folks, and he agrees with me. So we are not gonna record today. Sorry. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Doug, you have a good day. It was good to see you here in the chat. Whoever that second person is, thank you for joining. I wish would have been nice if we could do an episode, but at the same time, I'm glad we're not trying to do something that is going to end up sounding like crap. We'll get this going next week. I can tell you that we read Action Comics 34 or 33 and 34, and Action Comics 33 is pretty funny. It's a pretty funny issue. I can't wait to talk about it. All right, folks, those of you watching, I don't know, maybe I'll keep this up over there on the YouTube for a little bit. I don't know. Otherwise, bye, y'all. Wow, my hand just disappears over here. All right. Ending the stream. Later, Doug.